Live, laugh, love, lion. My name's Lathe. Today I wanted to just do a short little Gorilla Zatsudan. This isn't gonna like last too long. I just wanted to do this just because I haven't streamed this week yet, and I wanted to make sure that I did get something in, at least a little bit. I am very busy right now, which is why I haven't been streaming. I honestly I should not be streaming, but because I have so much that I need to do, but I still wanted to, anyways. Um, so here I am. I wanted to try out doing morning streams, um, for just like to help me like warm up, I guess, for the sake of like, I don't know. Gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing here. Um, but I thought like morning just chatting streams might be nice, just to make sure that I get like at least a little bit of streaming in, like maybe once a day, like maybe like an hour-long stream like this, because that's gonna be about how long this is gonna be, because I have something to do at 3. And yes, this is supposed to be a morning stream. However, I had something to do in the morning today, so I could not I could not do the morning stream, which is ironic, but that's just how it is right now. I wanted to do it anyway, so I was like, I need to do this now, or else I will never get it done. Um, so here I am. Anyways, I just wanted to get used to doing this kind of thing, but um, I sort of wanted to explain why I haven't been really streaming lately. And that is because I've been very busy, as I have said. But um, it's been with sort of like important stuff, like making sure that I get my medication from the pharmacy, like contacting my doctors. My car broke down, so I've been dealing with that for actually the past month. I think I've talked about it a little bit. But my car broke down, and I just got a call yesterday from the auto shop saying that it's like definitely fucked. So I'll get to that as well. Here, why don't I like write down everything I want to talk about so I don't lose so I don't lose my train of thought. Here, let me here, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about my car. I want to talk about bikes. I want to talk about what else do I have that was stressing me out? I want to talk about my card. Okay, those seem like pretty good topics. So this is stuff that has been sort of plaguing me for the past month and a half now, almost. So I just wanted to like talk about them a little bit, to give you an idea of like why I haven't been streaming as much lately, and why I've been so busy. So I want to start off first with my meds and stuff. So I think I've talked about it before on here, but I have to take narcolepsy medication to function day to day. I have extremely bad chronic fatigue, which really brings me down a lot of the time. Unfortunately. But the thing is, that is something that I've been struggling for like years and years now, around 6 years. However, I've never been able to get any proper help with that, because chronic fatigue and other disorders like it are not things that get taken very seriously. So in the past, I've just been very like brushed off for various reasons that I could get into, but I don't really want to bring stream down very much, and I could go on about it forever and ever. Yeah, I don't want to bring stream down, and I also don't want to bring myself down. I'm in a pretty good mood right now, so I don't want to like suddenly like make myself sad about not receiving proper medical care and stuff like that. That's some pretty serious subjects that I don't want to that I don't want to bring into this right now. But anyways, yes, I need to take narcolepsy medication to function day to day, or else I will be extremely sluggish. I'll be like depressed. I'll be like I can't do anything. Like I can barely get out of bed. I can't get throughout the day without sleeping. I'm very sluggish and very tired, of course. Just very not good all around. Really just depressing kind of stuff. So for the past month and a half, I was supposed to get that medication filled at the beginning of May. That did not happen. Because that did not happen because my doctor messed up with the insurance. So that was like a whole like fiasco where I had to basically continuously like call between the pharmacy, the insurance, and the doctor for a month and a half to figure out my medication. Not fun stuff. It was a lot of like, hey, how's this going? I just want to check up on it, just to like see if it's like ready. And they're like, no, you have to call this person. I'm like, oh, okay. I call that person and I'm like, hey, any update on this? And they're like, no, call this person, and so on and so forth. So I just keep going around in circles with those three places, with the insurance, pharmacy, and doctor. And it's just not fun. It's just really not fun. So that has been a big stressor for the past like month and a half, is not being able to get that filled. Just because of like all that kind of thing. I did manage to get that sorted out though. The insurance did not want to pay for it, but my doctor was like, use GoodRx. GoodRx will help you out. So I did. And I went to go get that on Tuesday. I did not get it on Tuesday because the pharmacist who was there was taking his sweet time, and I had somewhere I had to be that I like could not be late for. So what ended up happening was I like literally I had to leave. I went up to the guy like 5 times and I was like, hey man, hey, I don't want to rush you, but like I gotta go. How long is this gonna take? And he's like, oh, a few minutes. I'm like working on it. And I'm like, okay. And I go sit back down, and I wait for a few minutes, and I'm like, I go back up, and I'm like, hey man, I really do have to go. Do you know how long this is gonna take? And he's like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's gonna be a few minutes. And I'm like, okay. All right. And so I go back to sitting down. Third time, hey dude, I really need to go. Like I don't want to rush you, but like if it would be really appreciated if you could just like hurry it up a little bit. He's like, yeah. And this happens like 5 times, and eventually I'm like, I have to go. I cannot keep waiting for you. I have to go. I'm really sorry. I'm just gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. So I did that. I left. He was like so surprised too. He's like, what? What do you mean? But I left because I just had to go. I did not have time. So I told him I'll like pick it up tomorrow. And yeah, so the thing is though, as I mentioned before, my car has broken down. I cannot drive to the grocery store or the pharmacy to go pick it up. So I was sort of waiting for the auto shop to like give me a call back in order to tell me like, oh, we've fixed it, blah 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 blah. And they did give me a call yesterday. The problem is that they called me and they told me that I have catastrophic damage done to my car that they don't know how to fix, which is not the thing that you want to hear. It's not a great thing to hear. So I don't really know what to do in terms of that. I'm getting my dad to like sort of help me out with that, so we're gonna see what happens. What they told me is that the alternator or like the engine or something. But 6 months ago my alternator broke and I had to get it replaced. And I went to the dealership in the city that I used to live in. And the thing is, for my type of car, that was the only dealership for my car that I could go to in the entire city. So I had no choice but to go to them, even though I hated them because I didn't really trust them. But I really did not have a choice. And like I knew that they weren't gonna do like a good job. But anyways, I went to them. They in finger quote, sorry, I don't have my hand tracking today. But I'm doing like finger quotes here. They fixed my car. Quotations on fixed. They fixed my car. No, they didn't. The guy called me yesterday and they're like, hey, the last person who fixed your alternator did a shit job. They didn't put the bolt in correctly. They glued it together instead of putting it in correctly. And like, I don't know shit about cars, but that does not sound right. I like, he was like telling me all of this stuff that I didn't really understand. I like did not understand it, but I was like listening, and when he was like done, I was like, so let me get this straight. So like they something engine something they put my bolt in, and he's like and they used glue, right? And he's like and I'm like, you're not supposed to glue things together in a car, I don't think. And he's like, no, you're not. Those guys fucked you over. I mean, he didn't say that, but that's basically what got across is that the last people who fixed my car fucked me over because they glued the bolt back into place instead of putting it in the proper way. So that that resulted in catastrophic damage to my car, and I think this might be the end of my car. Hello, Sif. Hello, Sifrin. Ruh-roh. Yep. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I was just talking about how I got screwed over with my car 6 months ago. I didn't realize it at the time just how bad it was, but I knew that they weren't going to do a good job with my car. I was kind of surprised that I could like drive it and that it worked well when it did. Because I was saying that the last people who fixed my car, quotations, like finger quotations on fixed, did a really bad job. And when I drove it, oh dear, yeah. When I first started driving it again, it seemed fine, like it drove fine. But there were like a ton of red flags. Haku, hi! Oh my god, thank you so much for subscribing at tier 1. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome to the club. Yeah, welcome to the club. I promise I am working on those emotes. I promise. I will get those done. Hello, Haku. Hello. Good to see both of you. Good to see you both. Yeah. But anyways, so the last people who fixed my car, as I was saying, did a really shit job. I still can't believe they did that to your car. Yeah, you heard you heard the part where I said they glued it together instead of doing it properly. It's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. And this pharmacist, yep. I'm going over it lightly. I'm not going into detail because I can't really do like too much detail. But I'm sort of giving you guys the light version of what I've been going through the past month and a half and why I haven't been streaming as much, because I've been very, very busy. Busy to the point where I still have like a ton of shit to do right now, and I shouldn't be streaming, but I wanted to stream because I haven't been streaming much lately, and I wanted to like catch you guys up properly. Yeah, no, that's understandable, man. Hope it gets easier. Thank you. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been it's been a bit tiring. Definitely very frustrating and stressful, but it's I can see the horizon. I think. So what was I saying? Yes, my car. So the last people who fixed my car, apparently instead of putting the bolt back together where it was supposed to put be like put in normally, instead of putting it back together normally, they put the bolt in my car and they glued it into place instead of putting it in normally. So the people who are fixing my car now gave me a call yesterday, to give me a call just to like update me on my car, and like why they think it broke down. And they were like, yeah, we were going to put in that new alternator that you told us about. This hurts to listen to. How do you even think of that solution? I will tell you my little pet theory. I will tell you my little pet theory. What? um, so he was like telling me all of this. He was telling me, yeah, there's catastrophic damage done to your car. So anyways, I'm going to tell you guys about the last people who fixed my car. So this was right before I had to move, like the big move that I did at the beginning of this year, to get where I currently am. I was moving from a CST time zone in the south to this northeastern EST time zone. And it is very, very hot where I used to live. And I think that is part of the reason why they glued it together. Because the people who fixed my car last at this dealership that I had no choice but to go to, because they were the only people in the entire city who could like work on my car, they were not trustworthy like at all. But I literally I could not go to anyone else, so I had to. And again, this is right before I had to move, so I had to have my car. So I went to them to like get all my car stuff done, because my alternator was broken and I needed a new alternator, and they were the only people who could do that for me, unfortunately. So they had my car for like a month, I think, or like it had to have been like a month or 3 weeks, 3 weeks to a month. Which was frustrating beyond belief, because I would be calling them to be like, hey, any update on my car? Because I like need to be able to drive places. And they would straight up ignore me. Like they would send me to like, I don't even fucking remember, but I knew that they would ghost me on the phone. Yeah, they would ghost me. I would call them like maybe a couple times a day, for like a few weeks. And they would, I think it might have been like an automated like receptionist thing. And I would be like, yeah, send me to speak to a real person, so I can like know what's going on. And then it would like ring for a few minutes, and then it would be like, sorry, that person's not available. Or I think I might have actually gone to like a real person first, and then the real receptionist would be like, okay, we can send you to the person who is working on your car. And so they did. And then that person would not pick up his phone. He would, every single time I went to call him, he would not pick up his phone. Like it would go to voicemail, and I would be like, hey man, I would really appreciate an update on my car. And I would call him multiple times, a day for like weeks, and I would never get a hold of him. And he would never call me back. Like I would leave voicemails and shit. He would never call me back. And eventually it got to a point where we had to like speak to higher ups about it, because like he would not tell us about the car that we needed in order to move. And they did not know that we were actually going to move away from the state and like across the country. Like this is a very important piece of information, that I'm telling you right now, that is going to factor in to why I think they glued my car back together. So they didn't know that we were moving, but I was like urgently like, hey, we need my car. So eventually we did get to talk to him, and he was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Eventually I did get my car back. And I went up to like get my car. And what happened was like they brought out my car, they drove my car out, and there was this atrocious screeching sound coming from my car. Just genuinely like one of the worst sounds I've heard in my life. and they like drive it up next to me, and the guy who was like bringing it out like steps out of the driver's seat, and he's like, "Huh, hey, it's all done, it's all ready to go." And I like look down at one of the back wheels, and I'm like, "Hey, what's that?" And the wheel is completely flattened. It is completely flattened. And he looks down and is like, uh-oh. I didn't see that there. I didn't notice that." And I'm like, internally, I'm like, how did you not notice that disgusting, loud as hell screeching sound? And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, I didn't notice that." I'm like, "Uh-huh." And he's like, "Do you want us to fix that for you?" Like, and I'm like, "Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I would appreciate that." How do you, you don't notice a flat tire? Must have been the wind. Yeah, exactly. It must have been the wind. That must have been it. Must have been the wind. So yeah, it's just the angle of the sun. Yeah, and this was like very close to Christmas time and like New Year's. I think this was in between Christmas and New Year's, potentially, perchance. Um, so I was like, this was my Christmas present from this dealership, was rolling out my car with a terrible, terrible screech, completely flat tire. And eventually, once they actually did fix the tire, you know, I have 1.2k points. Wow. Push-ups are only 500. 3.4k. Wanna cause problems, Haku? Ayo. Guys. Guys, I just spent a full hour riding a bike uphill. Guys, I just spent a full hour riding bikes uphill. Please. I was going to get to this sooner. I was going to get to this later in the stream, but I... Well then, well, you didn't do it with your hands, did you? I'm tired. No. Yeah, your hands will be fine. No. I guess so. I guess so. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh god, okay. I mean, if you guys want to... Yep, okay. Okay. Alright. I don't have my, I don't have my arm or, like, hand tracking today, so you'll just have to trust me. You'll just have to trust me. Faith Nocturne. Faith Nocturne. Alright, ready? Alright, here we go. I am out of my seat. Out of my seat. Alright, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are just gonna have to trust me because I didn't have my I didn't set up my arm tracking today because I did not. Faith Nocturne real, yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, where was I? Yes. So once they fixed my tire, and it was actually ready to leave and like drive and like get out of this stupid dealership. Hold on, let me get some water. Once that happened, I was totally expecting it to not work the way it was supposed to. But fortunately for me, it drove actually pretty smoothly. So I managed to move pretty successfully. The drive there was pretty good. And for the next 6 months, I managed to not have very many problems with my car. And that was until, I think a few weeks ago now. It had to be like, hold on, I have to like count. Um, at least 3 weeks ago, I think, perchance. Um, that I was driving home from a doctor's appointment, and my all of a sudden my dashboard gives me a notification that there is urgent battery service needed. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's not very good at all. Um, so what ends up happening is that I, for the next few weeks, no, maybe it was 4 weeks ago, maybe it was like a full month ago. The next 4 weeks, I don't have a car because I don't have the option to actually take my car to the auto shop because of my leg injury. The auto shop is like not that far away from me. I could walk if I wanted to. However, I have a leg injury at the moment that was preventing me from doing that. So I could hypothetically drop my car off at the auto shop and get the battery stuff done, but my leg would prevent me from walking back home. So for a month, I could not drive my car because I was like, I don't want to like stress, like use up the battery that I have right now, because like obviously it's not like I can go pick up groceries or anything. I don't want to use up the battery that I still have remaining because I want to use that battery to get to the auto shop so that they can fix it. But I just have to leave my car parked in like the garage because I can't drive it there and then walk back because I have no form of transportation to get back because my leg. That's such a horrible occurrence, man. Set of occurrences, man. What the hell? Yeah. Wait, you have a leg injury, yet you've ridden a bike for an hour. It's better. It's better now. And also, it was shin splints. From like running around. It was in my shin. Hold on, let me turn on this music. It was in my shins. It was in my shins. So it wasn't like my knee or like my ankle or anything. Yeah. So I was actually recommended by my doctors that if I was to do exercises, that I should like use a bike machine or something. So biking is fine for me, and also my leg is a lot better now. So I can walk around pretty easily now, without too much pain, or if any pain at all. I one positive, yes, it's been getting a lot better. But yeah, so, and I'll get to that as well. Here, let me write it down to like talk about my leg injury. I'm just like writing stuff down so that I don't forget to like talk about them later. Leg injury nocturne. That's another L word. Leg injury nocturne. Okay. But anyways, yeah. So I was like, can't take my car to the auto shop. I was going to ask my friend to like help me out with that because like he has a car, he can like drive me back, so we could like drive there, drop off my car, go back. But he's like very busy, so he eventually he like couldn't do it. So eventually I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm going to drive my car there. My leg's gotten better. I'm going to drive my car there, and then I'm going to see if maybe I can Uber back, or if walking's not too bad. So that's what I ended up doing. Is I decided Tuesday last week, yes. I don't remember if I tweeted about it Tuesday last week. But anyways, Tuesday last week, I decided I was going to drive my car to the auto shop to get it taken care of. How do you guys think this went? Does anyone want to hazard a guess at how you think that went? Would anyone like to take a stab at it? 5 cents bad? Yup. My car broke down. It just straight up, like halfway there. It wasn't even a long trip. Just halfway there, the battery ran out. I had to. Oh no, yeah. The battery just went kaput. I had to stop at a stopped light, right next to a parking lot. Thank God it was next to a parking lot, by the way. But anyways, I had to park. No. I had to stop at a stoplight. And when I went to put my foot on the gas again, my car did start moving again, but it was very, very weighty. It was very, very heavy, very sluggish. And I was like, oh, I know this feeling because I've had this happen to me with this car once before. Because as I said earlier, the alternator on my car, and the alternator, by the way, is the thing that charges up the battery when you drive. The alternator on my car had been broken before. So I was like, okay, I know exactly what this feeling is. My car is out of battery. I need to pull over and park in a safe spot as quickly as I possibly can. So luckily for me, this red light was right next to, like right next to the entrance of a parking lot. So I was like, okay, I'm going to immediately pull into this parking lot and just park my car, and I'm going to see what I can do about it. I'm going to see if I can call a tow truck, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I go there, I sit down in my car, I park it, I to call my mom and my dad to like see what I can do about it. They don't answer, but I figured it out, fortunately enough. Um, anyways, uh, what ended up happening was I did end up calling the tow truck, but they were like, yeah, it'll take an hour for us to get there. And I was like, God, like the drive to get to the auto shop is not even that long. It's like a 2 minute drive. But like, no, it's not 2 minutes. It's longer than that. I'm exaggerating, but it's like not a long drive at all. And I broke down like halfway there. So I was like, okay, all right. Um, so I was like, all right, there's nothing really that I can do about it. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I'm gonna look at my phone, see what's up. So I so the parking lot that I had to pull into, coincidentally, happened to be um, somewhere that I shouldn't have parked. It was a how do I say this? It was for the staff of a fire truck. How do I say this? Fire station, the place where the fire trucks go. The place where the fire I don't know what it's called. Is it a fire station? I forget. It's where the firefighters go. It's where they work. Um, I had to pull into one of those in the parking lot. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I had to pull into one of there, and I was like, "This is so not ideal. I'm definitely not supposed to be here. I'm definitely not supposed to be here." And I was like sitting there. I was on my phone. I was texting my friends. So I was just doing whatever because like there was nothing that I could do. Um, and I did have like a couple people like come over and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I had to tell them that like my car ran out of battery right at that stoplight. I'm really sorry. I did call a tow truck. They'll be here in like 30 minutes. Like I was like, I can show you like the confirmation if you want. But that everything ended up fine. They were like, oh, okay, good luck. So everything ended up fine with that. It was also the same day that that new Chainsaw Man chapter dropped last week. So I read that, and that was like such a not ideal situation to be reading that chapter in the heat, in my broken down car, while I am in a parking lot where I'm not supposed to be, where there is like people coming up to me and being like, "Hey, you can't be here." That was like not a very comfortable position to be reading that chapter in. I don't know, maybe some would say that it was like it would maybe add to it because that is supposed to be a very uncomfortable chapter. It is definitely a thing where like yeah, you were meant to be uncomfortable in that chapter because it is a very uncomfortable subject matter. It is very serious subject matter. But to have my car break down and then be like, oh, cool, new Chainsaw Man chapter dropped. Uh, it was just like not ideal, not an ideal situation for me. But anyways, um, read that chapter. Really unfortunate circumstance that Denji and Asa are in. Like I cannot stress that enough. I'm not good with words, but like, yeah, really not good. I feel like I'm downplaying it because I really don't know how to like format the sentence. I think, I mean, I'm not the expert or like the kind of the person who would really be the best at like speaking on that subject, but really, I think a lot of people on Twitter were like very immature about that chapter. It is very mature subject matter, very serious subject matter. So I don't know. I really am interested in seeing where Fujimoto continues to go with it. But anyways, eventually the tow truck did come, picked up my truck, not my truck, my car, and I was able to sort of walk partway home. Then I called an Uber. It was pretty cheap, so it wasn't that bad. Yeah, but anyways, that's where my car's at right now. Went to the auto shop after it broke down, had to get it towed. I don't know if I tweeted about it earlier when it happened, but yeah, that's what I had to deal with my car. And I got a call yesterday about it from the guy who was working on it because he was like, hey, we just wanted to update you. There is catastrophic damage done to your car because of the last people who worked on it. And we don't know how to fix it. So either we can ship it off to a dealership to see if they can do something about it, or we can try like a temporary fix that won't fix it, but like at least you can drive it around a little bit. But realistically, I'm pretty sure that this is like the end of that car. So, oh, I remember now. I was going to tell you like why I think they glued my car back together. So as I told you, I was moving from the south to the north, and in the south it is very hot. I was moving in January, and in January it is still pretty hot down there. I remember like after I moved, my dad like flew back down there, and he was like, "Yeah, it's 70 degrees here," while it was like 13 degrees where I was, well, it was 13 degrees where I am now at that time. Hold on, let me get some water. But anyways, it is very hot down there. Um, and I think the reason why they used glue instead of doing it normally is because they wanted me to come back to them. They did not know that I was moving. They did not know that the reason why I needed my car so urgently is because I was moving within weeks. So I think what they wanted was that they purposely were like not putting it back together correctly and they were using like glue and shit so that I would have to so that like the heat would probably make the glue like come off a little bit or like expand or something. I mean, I'm not a car person. I'm not like I don't know how any of this would like properly work. So this is just my guessing. This is like my theory, like I said. But I'm pretty sure that they wanted me to come back to them because obviously that's not how you fix a car. Sounds about right for adhesives. So yeah. So my theory is that like because it gets hot so quickly down there, like it was 70 degrees in like January or something, like close to that amount. I was thinking that like they probably wanted me to come back in at least within a month or two of them like fixing up my car. Like they did not know that I was moving. They probably thought that I was still going to be in that city and that I would have to rely on them again to fix whatever was wrong with my car. So I think that they purposefully did not fix my car correctly so that I would have to go back to them. Because as I said before, um, they were the only people who I could go to for that. Like I did not have a choice of like anyone else who could potentially be able to fix my car. Um, so I think they used glue or like some kind of adhesive or whatever to fix my car so that I would have to come back once the weather started getting like a lot hotter again. But little did they know I was moving up north. So it stayed like under 60 degrees for the last 6 months, and only like in May, I think, or like it had to, yeah, because it broke like it broke again in May. So yeah, only in May was it like getting up to like high 70s, low 80s. And that must have been like what did it for the car because if I stayed in the south, it would have been like much sooner. It would have been like within a month or a month and a half that I would have to go back to them. But because they didn't know that I was going up north, the weather stayed much colder. So that probably helped my car last a lot longer until the weather got hotter. To which now it broke again. So they probably totally expected me to have to come back to them because they didn't know I was moving. So I think that's what happened. They just wanted me to spend more money with them without knowing that I was never going to ever come back to them. Um, that's crazy, man. What the hell? Yeah, yeah. It's shitty, but you know what can you do? Um, so, anyways, that brings me to the reason why I was riding bikes for an hour. I because I don't know if I'll be able to drive that car again, and I don't know when I'll be able to get a new car. I need transportation. So I was like, maybe I should get a bike. Um, I originally was gonna get an e-bike. I actually ordered the e-bike last night, but Walmart like canceled my order because they were like, "Oh, you've never made such a large purchase with us before, so we're assuming that this is someone using your card instead of us." And it's like, no, that was me. So I have to like sort that out with them after the stream. Um, which I only have. I don't have that much time left. But anyways, yeah. So Walmart canceled my order. So, I went to the bike store, in person, and I was like, "Hey, just want to check out your bikes," because I had been thinking about getting into biking more, like for months now. When I first originally moved here, um, I like wanted to get into biking more, but I never really got into it. I never bought a new bike. Um, and now but I kept like thinking about it, and now that my car is broken, I was like I should get an e-bike because that'll help me like get to work, that'll help me get groceries in a semi-efficient manner. Like it'll be like fast enough, it won't like tire me out too much. I can get to work without getting too sweaty. Um, so that was my plan. So I like thought it out. I talked it out with one of my friends, and I ordered an e-bike last night. But Walmart, like I said, canceled my order. So I'm gonna have to either sort that out or I'm going to buy a different bike from the local bike store here, which I actually went to today. Um, I sort I sort of like fell in love with this one like yellow vintage bike um, that I saw, and I rode it around for a while. Like I was riding it up hills and stuff just to like make sure that I could. And it was really nice. It was a really nice bike. I really liked it. I really wanted that bike, but I don't know if like something not electric is good for my needs right now because as I said, this is supposed to be like a temporary fix for like not having a car at the moment. Um, so I need something like that can help me like get to work in a timely manner. It can help me like get groceries without too much strain put on myself. Um, so hold on, I need more water. I keep my throat is just getting dry. But anyways, um, yeah. fell in love with this one like old yellow vintage bike. Really nice looking bike. Really nice to like ride around. Honestly, I'm thinking about it more. He said he would like hold the bike for me, the guy who worked there, and he would like help me with like out with like a bunch of stuff in relation to the bike. But I'm thinking it over. I think I want to like talk to my friend again about it, and see like which one suits my needs more, because I do really want that yellow bike. But I think an e-bike might be better for me, and what my needs are right now. It'll be like the e-bike is like I still pedal with it, but like I can change it to like fully electric or like semi-electric if I need to. So if I'm like going to work, I don't get too sweaty or something before like clocking in or whatever. Stuff like that. That's the kind of consideration that I'm trying to put into this. But anyways, yeah, I'm thinking of getting a bike. But I'm probably gonna talk to my friend a little bit more about this just to like confirm like whether or not like I should get which kind of bike, stuff like that. Um, yeah. What else do I have to talk about? Um, okay, I have a few more things to talk about, but I also have something to do in like 10 minutes. So I think this might be a good place to end off. I want to make this like a more regular thing. Like morning nocturne. I think it would be fun to have morning streams like this. I know it's not the morning now, but like I had to do something this morning, so I wasn't able to do it. But anyways, uh, we can continue this tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we can do morning nocturne. This will be the pilot. This is morning nocturne pilot, and then tomorrow can be morning nocturne number 2, episode 2, and we can continue where we left off. So that sounds good to me. Alrighty? Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking of just doing these like little like itty bitty like morning streams just to test it out. Because like I know I haven't been streaming as much lately, and I think if I do like these like little like small like hour-long morning Zatsudans, sort of like just chatting streams, that might work well, at least for me, so that I can get like at least some kind of streaming in each day, and maybe not each day, but like like just a good amount of streaming. So anyways, I will continue to try doing this, and we can pick up where we left off tomorrow. Yeah, these are good because I tend to be pretty busy, and I still want to like do streams. So like short and sweet streams like this are nice. But anyways, let's see who I can raid today. Let's raid someone. Thank you for the stream. Best of luck with the events. Thank you. Good to see you again. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you guys coming out today. Lots of fun. So I hope I get to do a lot more of this soon. But anyways, thank you. And let's see who we can who can raid today. Let's see. Oh, Pudding and Pop. Pudding and Pop are live. Alright, let's raid. Okay, you guys, have fun with Pudding and Pop. Let's see, what are they playing today? They're playing Helldivers 2. I haven't played that game, but it's probably gonna be fun. Hey, what's up? Hi. But anyways, good to see you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have fun with Pudding and Pop. Alright. Have a good rest of your day. Good Nocturne night. Bye.